What a cliffhanger. Knock knock. Who's there? Hopefully not daddy, because we are going through his private stuff, trying to figure out if he's cheating on mom or something, right? Basically, Anko's backstory. Anko, who is actually a completely different name, Meijiro. This is her. I guess she did like a identity change after whatever happened. And we're looking at the past of Nazuna and Anko, and it's really odd how obviously the name change is weird, but also Nazuna and Anko, they had like past, you know, stuff that she still kind of remembers. I think it's also kind of implying that Nico knows about Meijiro of the past. Was she the teacher? Who knows? And the important stuff is dad did not hate Anko. Dad loves her. It's just Anko is a stupid child who jumped to conclusions and is now basically blaming him for the current situation of their family. That lighter, man, that was in the cupboard, that was kind of nice. That like, this is a birthday gift and he never used it. And he used the other lighters because that's how much he cherishes his daughter. But he about to come in right now. Let's see what happens today. Mama. Not dad. Yeah, I'm just standing up. That's definitely behind, right? If she could use her vampire powers, she could just like phase through objects and go to a different room. But like, who just does that? Standing in the middle of a room. Oh, nothing sus here going on, mom. Not the chillin'. Oh, hey! Yeah?
先輩、私の靴はもしものことを考え、なんだその顔は証拠隠滅を図る犯人じゃ
That's why he's gonna be a great detective.
解決への近道だと私は思うね
That's right. Cops going in disguise to basically, I don't know, there's like a funny South Park episode of like a guy, like a cop that goes undercover disguise to be like a prostitute, but they get like really into it. They're like trying to like find out who the syndicate of the master pimp ring is in this illegal prostitution ring, and the cop basically gets so into it that they just become like the hoe. You wanna base you take another example, but what about like diddling cases, bro? FBI agents trying to like catch predators in the wild that they roleplay as 14-year-old girls. Eventually they themselves become the predator. Yeah, you gotta do the crime to solve the crime. Yep. Okay. Oh, we vibing.
面白い探偵といえば張り込みだなんとも都合よく父の職場のお迎えに来回っているな
Okay.
父親の浮気調査してる人間のセリフ
That's Kiku right there.
世界は我々を中心に回っているな
Right there. My headcanon is that's the crazy, what was her name? Kiku or something? I think it was, right? That's her right there, bro.
つかぬことを聞くんだけどさ浮気ってなんでダメなの
Do you understand what cheating means in this context?
ダメなの
I don't think she does. She doesn't have parents.
結婚というのは起断されて当然だ
Sure.
違うな私が嫌なんだ人の女を大事にするのも
But that's not proven, right?
見るのも結果裁判にのも
Was that ever proven that he's cheating?
家を作るのが下手な私は
Not yet, right?
私は愛されて育ったのだと思うとても
This bitch lived in the most wholesome, happy family and then made up delusions to become a fucking victim. That's crazy. At least she's aware. She lived in such a stable, happy, loving family that she's like, oh, this shit's boring. I gotta make stuff up to make myself seem like the tragic heroine.
気持ちだよそりゃ確かに許せんなえ先輩が嫌な浮気してようがしてまいが先輩の居場所を奪ったことは変わらない
She has no clue what's going on. She didn't even understand the concept of having parents. What the fuck are you talking about?
居場所を奪ったことは変わらない
She don't get it.
この探偵ごっこで 私はもう
Dad? Dad? What's he doing? Where's he going? Oh shit, he's coming in. What if he's meeting a girl?
入れ。え、いいから。わかった。
Nice view, huh? Yeah, not bad at all. Anyways, is he meeting anyone? You stay down there.
そうか。ありがたいね。
Thank goodness for that. I think senpai is enjoying the view down there.
ありがたいね。会社から出てる。仕事熱心な人ではあるよ。
Classic Japanese salaryman.
同僚では
What
ない。
if he's waiting for somebody?
先輩。楽し手をエンタメ化すな。
Look at that detective portrait too.
私がワトソンなの？
What the hell? I guess she's seen, you know, Sherlock Holmes and Watson stuff like that, but she has no clue about what a parent is.
ワトソンなの？進展が全くない。電話を見てる。見てる？なんか見た後。
He texting. Who's he messaging? That's it? I thought a girl was gonna come in.
店を出るぞ。
Yo, I'm gonna follow a taxi. She got vampire powers. Yeah. Oh! What the hell? Yo, was that Kiku? Could you imagine if this is Kiku, bro? I don't know. But there's a vampire saying, nah, hands off. That was crazy.
車乗っちゃったから走って追いかけようとしたんだけど転んじゃって。くそ。ほら、手出し。
I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but what if Anko is a vampire? I think there is love, potential love between the two, right? I'm just thinking by the end of the flashback, imagine we realized that like Anko got converted to a vampire and Nazuna like don't even remember. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case.
ほら、手出して消毒くらいしないと。ほとんど治ってる。
Vampire baby. How to explain this?
どうやら人間じゃないんすわ。じゃない。
Half-half.
人間じゃ。
Another question too is, what happens when a half vampire, half human tries to convert a human though? There has never been a case like this ever. It's always been full vampires converting their offspring. I don't know.
大丈夫？大丈夫ではない。なんだ？血を吸うのか？まあ吸うけど。
Imagine you're the guy next door and he's actually doesn't have the headphones in and you could hear the entire conversation. I'd be like, what? Vampire?
血を吸うのか。まあ吸う。わかんない。初めに話してんだよこっちは。しょうがないじゃん。関わりも持ってこなかったから。吸血鬼は人間。そうなんじゃない。
But what of the first one? Was that the original creator? Oh, we can see her eyes. Hey. Yo! Yeah, you could.
条件はたった一つ。
Fall in love.
吸血鬼に恋。
Someone teach her this?
ああ、じゃあ無理か。先輩そういう感情欠落してそうだもん。
I think she can fall in love with Nazuna though.
そういう感情欠落してそうだもん。自分でもそう思うけど、言われるとムカつくな。人間相手でもできないのに。
I know it's inappropriate for me to making, you know, comments about a woman's body like this, but what the hell are those titties? Not even Victoria's Secret, like, push-up bras could ever, like, do this. This isn't even push-up. These are, like, vertically growing titties. Anyways.
確かにそうだな。人間相手でもできないのに。
I think the author has a fetish for, like, pointy titties. You saw what he did with Nazuna's body type, right? These are very interesting choices that he's doing. Like, hardly do you ever see a woman in an anime, you know, with like breasts like that. It's a very interesting decision.
人間相手でもできないのに。ましてや吸血鬼。
Oh, wait.
相手が私でも
Damn.
バカ言うな。
Nah, I think she could.
なるほど。吸血鬼。
Nah, real vampires don't get hurt by the sun either, right?
うるせえ。だの？そりゃ私は学校がある。
Actually, do we know that? Have we seen a real vampire out in the sun? I feel like we've always hung out at nighttime. I feel like in season 1 we kind of talked about how Nazuna was in the sunlight, but then she's like half-half.
いいぞ。うるせえ。ところでなんで
Season 1 stuff. Onko detective, the teacher who didn't eat any blood. Sunray. It weakened him. Right? The ring was a precious object. It weakened him. Sunlight disappeared. Sunlight definitely does matter to vampires.
うるせえ。ところでなんでセーラー服着たの？そりゃ私はご飯取りに帰らなきゃいけないのだが。
Yo, why does it look like Gojo Satoru right now? I just realized. This is flashback Gojo with these glasses. His entire getup. This is Gojo and Geto flashback right now.
家にカバン取りに帰らなきゃいけないのだが、無断でか。
Dude, those are the Gojo glasses.
仕方ないよ。人間も大変だな。おっす先輩。
Jesus.
おはよう。サングラスでちゃんと見えるのか？これがもうさっぱり見えねえんだわ。
Take it off then.
怒られなかったよ。そうなの？よかったじゃん。何も言われなかった。
Dad must be flirting around with a vampire though, right? Why would that vampire attack Nazuna when Nazuna was chasing Dad in the taxi? Like, it could really just be Kiku. Like, Kiku straight up could be the vampire that is kind of playing around with her toy right now, and that's Anko's dad. And Nazuna getting involved. Kiku was like, that's my prey. Don't you dare touch it.
何も言われなかった。17歳の一人娘が。
Isn't that great?
父さんはあの後家に帰って
Oh shit. He go to a hotel?
母さんは私に興味がないみたいだ。
Damn. Oh. Damn, that reaction from Nazuna, man. Oh my god.
話したってこんなこと大したことじゃないって。でも苦しいんだよ。
The voice actor is popping off. That was actually so sad. Yeah! Again, is Anko actually a vampire? What if she is, man? Man, this entire sequence is crazy. The emotional outpour from Anko and then Nazuna immediately reacting. This is her instinctive response to like, oh shit, like something's actually wrong. And you would think that like a daughter, you know, a high school kid, that one of the most annoying thing for me was like when I went out try to party late at night at high school and the parents would get mad. But the reason that the parents are mad and scolding you is because they care, right? To any high school kid, maybe it's like your dream if your parents actually cared, but if they never cared, then even like this is like, damn, they really don't give a fuck about me, huh? Turn her. That was a lie. Cole getting shit on right now. Chains of Love. What a crazy book she's reading right now, dude. That perfectly mirrors like what's happening in this backstory. So you're gonna get the chain on? Put the chains on. No shot. Oh my god, it happened! Half vampire, half human though. Nazuna herself said she never had offsprings. No. It was she never got converted. No. The thing that Yamoriko was really insecure was about that. Oh, another person, another vampire. You fell in love with another vampire and you got converted. No, she was half human, half, you know, vampire off the start. So this will be interesting. What happens when you get a half hybrid, you know, doing this? Oh my god, that leg is in with scissoring. That's the most lesbian Yuri shit that's happened this season so far, bro. That leg was already up there, and she went her up on a tippy toe. She literally tippy-toed. Will she become half vampire too? Like, how does that, what does that even mean? You're the first senpai. What a title. Dude, these are Gojo glasses, man. Look at it. Oh, back to the present timeline. Okay. Okay. Did it actually convert or no?
吸血鬼って鏡に
True.
映らないんだ
And the fact that we can look. Okay, she's normal. Nazuna, you know, obviously is still here. So that means that either a hybrid is unable to convert or Anko is not in love.
なんかヒリヒリするあそうか吸血鬼って鏡にさしかしなんだ
Not in mirrors, at least. Where else could you see a reflection of a vampire then? Water? What about mirrors specifically counters it? But you can see reflections in other stuff, just not mirrors.
すごく晴れやかな気分だ
I think it was water, right? I think earlier on in the season, we had a scene where Nazuna looked in the water and made comments about, hey, this is kind of nice that I can actually see what I look like. Because, you know, I feel like we had a scene like that.
な気分だ私も初めて目覚ましてる人間の血吸ったか
What? First time fully awake? You've been sucking asleep people?
私も初めて目覚ましてる人間の血吸ったからなんか変なこと
I found people passed
酔っ
out.
払ってベンチで寝てるおっさんとかに少々いただいたり作る気なかったしさ
You basically feasting on homeless motherfuckers outside? Old tired Japanese salarymen, old geek. Ew.
眷属なんて作る気なかったしさめんどくせえしだから先輩がそうかキスしてもいいか
Oh shit.
それは
Already here, right? All the lewd, sexy stuff she immediately goes into, but something romantic like a kiss? Oh my god, no.
なんだよその面
It's cute.
ではまた後で送ってってやろうか
Yeah, fly! Yeah! Best power.
目白先輩いや怖いって
Yeah, them legs be shaking, alright. What about back then when she put her leg between yours?
じゃあ今日の深夜2時に
Huh? What are we doing at 2 a.m.?
きょうちゃんお帰りなさい
Oh shit? Good news, bad news?
今まですまなかった。
Okay.
お前と母さんを大事にする。
What did you do wrong though?
なんだろ
Does he?
でもちゃんとわかる。
He did! Confirmed! Okay, alright. All the suspicions, it was confirmed.
なんだろ
でもちゃんと別れた。
Was it
本
Kiku?
当に大。
きょうちゃん、母さんもあなたに
Mama, you been cheating too?
あなたのことを構ってあげる
Nah, nah, nah. Mom just been, you know, neglecting.
何が本当にごめんなさい
I'm 100% sure that dad was flirting with that other vampire that took out Nazuna when Nazuna was chasing after the taxi. Now, it's just a matter of, is it Kiku or not? Dad ends up dying though, right? I think the opening heavily hints that, like, dad dies. Mom might die too. And that could explain her hate for vampires. You know? Even if Nazuna is a half vampire.
本当にごめんなさい
そんなの今さら言われて
きょうちゃん
京子。
Damn. Because she gave up on the family, man. This is so cruel because she gave up on the family, but now the family has accepted her back and she's like, why now? But the thing on top of that is, just when the family seems to be united again in a wholesome, happy way, like, you know it's gonna crash apart. Because people are gonna die. Like, it's gonna get taken away.
誕生日おめでとう
Yay.
京都
She don't even remember her
10月
birthday.
30できたんだ。
Okay. Halloween birthday is crazy.
あらあら
ここだからな。
学校の男の子と喧嘩しても家に帰るまでは我慢できるのにね
火消していい
ええ
もちろん。
Why do I feel like people are gonna die?
きょうちゃん
Why do I feel like a vampire's gonna pull up soon? Okay, we're chilling still. Happy? I just want my family back.
何もいらないよ
I already got my
そ
wish.
して父さんがしてる
He still keeps it. She
あ
knows.
れは
He never used it
財布
though.
はないの気に入らなかった
No, no, no. It's so precious, right? He had other disposable lighters in there because he didn't want to use the precious gift from his daughter.
気に入らなかった
京子、また違う。聞いてくれ。
Yeah.
なくすのが怖かったんだ。嬉しかったから。この
That's scary. So Smoking inside the house is fucking crazy, Dad. Come on. Bro's not even fucking exhaling onto a vent or like an outside a window, just out straight into the home is crazy. Actually, if you hear, I think there is fans in the background. I think the ventilator is up in the top right corner. We just don't see it. I hear something. Okay. Nah, the vent. I don't know. I don't think the vent. No, the vent is right there. It's top right corner. It's right over there. It's just still crazy that you still fucking exhale into the kitchen instead of the fucking vent, man. I'm just waiting for him to die. I think that the vent Kiku's gonna pull up and start murdering people on her birthday to make it as tragic as possible. Taste off? Huh? Dead? Poisoned? What happened? What happened to you, bro? Yo, the soundtrack just stopped. Treasured item. This is his treasured item. He already is a vampire. This is making him weak right now. Right? That's it, right? It has to be. Oh, shit! Like the lighter is making him weak. It makes him volatile. That's why he's crashing out. He can't control his powers no more. Oh shit. On her birthday, man. Mom's about to die. Mom's about to die. That's some crazy imagery happening. What is this? Flowers blossoming to show that like this is a new dad. Yo, this was crazy. Look at the flower animation. Dead. Converted? I mean, if the mom loves the dad, will she convert? Dead. Just dead. You tell me, Dad. So like, why did he choose today to give up of all days? I think Kiku sucked him dry. And then Kiku basically said, I'm tired of you. Right? Kiku's entire thing is just grooming and just waiting for the right moment. She got her meal. She's done. You're useless. Tossed you aside. And Dad's like, damn, my girl just threw me on the side. Now I'm gonna go back home and pretend like, hey, happy family all over again. Lighter makes him weak, uncontrollable, volatile as a vampire. Now this is happening, I think. Thank you, Mushroom King 22 for the tier 1. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. God damn, Mom. Yeah. Who's gonna save her though? Maybe she can use a lighter? I don't know. Nazna will show up? Holy shit. The background music is crazy right now. The heavy bass. Get the lighter. Hit him with it. Crazy direction happening right now. The blue and the red tones, man. This is so menacing. She gets it. I'm gonna assume she choked him. Oh my god. You should have known something was wrong, right? When this was happening. I think everyone realized, like, yeah, shit's gonna get fucked up. I thought that, like, Kiku would show up, though. I thought, like, a different vampire would pull up and, like, slaughter the family or something because, like, the dad gave up. But now it seems like because the dad's already a vampire, he got used and he got dumped. And then it's after that is like, holy shit, the treasured item is making him go crazy, making him weak, unable to control himself. So you can kill a human by drinking too much of their blood, right? He went all out there. I thought the mom was gonna get converted for a second, but like she got sucked dry. So you can kill a human like that too. And then the back background bass, bro. The bass hitting over and over again. Holy shit. And I guess this is why she knows about the treasured item mechanic. Because thanks to a coincidence, she realizes, why did the lighter make him weak? And then off of some like hypothesis, she thinks that, okay, treasured items in the past life must make a vampire weak. How did she kill him though? Did she choke him? Oh yeah, she did with the tie. Not the right time. Oh yeah. But like, is Senpai gonna hate her now? Cause like, she's a vampire too, you know? She's talking like Anko now. Yeah, she could have, if she sucked too much. This is straight up Gojo Ghetto backstory. When I was memeing about the Gojo glasses, this whole backstory, and now best friends turn into enemies. Like, bro, you can't make this shit up. Maybe I'm trying to do too much with it because I love Jujutsu Kaisen too much, but them Gojo glasses, man, the parallels. It's possible. But I would never to you. Damn. It doesn't sound like she's mad at Nazuna though, right? Because she's clearly broken inside. The way that she talks now is more like Anko of the present timeline. This was not really hatred though. It was more teasing, you know? This is crazy. Are those her dad's glasses? It is, right? Yeah. Holy shit! The reunion! They finally meet! They finally meet in present timeline! What the fuck? Was she camping? What is the timeline? It's like Nazuna was giving Yamariko the backstory about, you know, Meijiro the entire time, and then boom, she pulls up at the end? Crazy episode, man. Actually crazy episode. I think that she killed dad, right? By just with the tie, I think, right? Cause like we see a tie on the side of the head, right? Hold up. Yeah, you can see his head right there. I think the neck is still attached. This is dad. You can see the neck is contorted but attached, but like you can see the tie right there. Damn. Actually peak episode. Maybe even God episode. The direction this entire time was so menacing. This background. Oh, also, the moment that like Anko's dad like touched the lighter, it became all gray, right? And this gray brown gradient filter is always used whenever Anko pulls up, right? So much peak backstory happening here. It's so tragic because this girl, again, had everything. Her wish was, she didn't even have a birthday wish. She wanted her family back to be happy. And that's it. And on her birthday, when everything was fine, everything goes wrong. That's why I said this is gonna be so cruel. Because you're giving her everything right now only for it to be taken away during your happiest moment. So my theory right now is still Kiku, right? I think it is Kiku. Why is it Kiku? Because who else? What other vampire could it be that we know that is old, right? And the fact that we also maybe have seen Kiku in the beginning of this episode, right? Like, who is this right here? You like, there's a lady that passes by in the windows, and I'm pretty sure that it was Kiku that I was, you know, where is she? Right there. I think that is Kiku, bro. I think Dad and Kiku, they did a thing, and right? And then the fact that like a vampire attacked Nazuna when Nazuna was trying to track Dad, it's gotta be Kiku. And Kiku basically just pumped and dumped Dad, and Dad got dumped, and he went home and he got useless, and then Anko unfortunately found out, you know, vampire mechanics by using the lighter, and he just dies. This backstory is crazy. I don't blame Anko. How could you blame her? What she's doing is still so messed up, because you can't just have one bad interaction and assume everyone is that bad. Clearly we have seen other vampires that are able to keep control. But like, you know, I think I made this argument back in season 1 that like, she thinks all vampires are bad and therefore we need to just like have absolute justice and kill all of them. But then if you really look at the statistics, I bet there are more humans killing other humans than vampires killing humans. And she thinks that humans can do no wrong and they're like just absolute perfect while vampires are all bad. No. Just like any demographic, there's going to be good and bad people. But like with this backstory, of course, she's going to view the world in such a skewed way. And she hates everything. Now, luckily for Nazuna, she has no weakness, right? Nazuna has no weakness because she doesn't have a treasured item from before she was turned. At least that's what we're believing right now. What if her treasured item is like something that the mom treasured back in the past and it somehow got like handed down generationally? I don't know. But right now we can confirm that Anko is not a vampire because Nazuna fails to convert her. Who knows if a half human, half, you know, vampire is even able to convert. And next episode, we facing off. We facing off, man. That's it for me. If you're still here though, if you enjoyed this reaction, please like the video. Check out the other playlists for even more content. And until next time, take care.